Hello and good evening, everybody. A cogliere tutti, as they say in Italy. Yes, I googled it beforehand. A cogliere tutti. That is welcome everybody in Italian. We are at Italy. This is F2. Let's go, boys and girls. Ooh, let me find my stats. We know George or Jim is leading the way recently. Anyway, there we are. There we go. There we go. There we go. Where are we? There we go. Actually, last week Safkov was the big winner, winning both races. Guinnett was a decent winner with the fastest lap of both races back there in Austria. George or Jim is going to have to pull his finger out here in Italy. This is qualifying and we're off. We'll stick with T-Bird for now. It is a one-shot qualifying. It's odd to watch, odd to change cars. Nicely taken, 1 and 2. Big winner coming out of there though. George or Jim is ahead of everybody else. Sam Barrett retires in qualifying. He will start at the back. Grumpy Catman has retired. He will start second to last. Guinnett now in first. 50 Shades of K, who could not get a signal a minute ago, is 13th. We do have a new racer tonight. Welcome Nitwit in the Campos with Guinnett. Let's see how he does. We're just looking for clean racing. T-Bird now in third. Guinnett and George or Jim first and second. Jalen and Bacon overtaking T-Bird there. Nice exit as well. I think T-Bird is rocked from the off. He's in the Mazda spin car. Here we go, into the final corner. I know it's called Parabolica, I just didn't want to say it. And over the line for Guinnett to get pole position with a 1:29.6, 4/10 clear of George or Jim in second place. Impossible Bacon rounds off your top 3. Just writing that down. 6. We are in Italia. Pole was a 1:29.6. Wonderful. Mostly on the soft tyres apart from Sparks, who was on the mediums. Bacon was 3, Jalen in 4th, T-Bird in 5th, Sparks 6th, Ray 7th, Nitwit in 8th, Spaceman in 9th, Kaz in 10th, and everybody else disqualified. Down to 16th, that's a lot of disqualifications. 6 out of 16. Almost a third, almost. I think we'll have the usual 3 or 4 fighting for those podium spots today. Guinnett, George, Bacon, Jalen, T-Bird. I want to see improvement on my big man, Spaceman. He went into the sprint race last week in pole, threw it out at corner 4, sent it too deep. He can do it here. Let's see where everybody's going on. Now, Spaceman does need to be the first one to press X first. While that's loading, I will just write down whatever I need to write. If anybody can fill me in to see what the picture and sound is like, that would be helpful. Make sure I've not been talking to myself for 10 minutes. Have a bit of a drink. Handful of cheesy Doritos. Oh, Kaz was first. Come on, Kaz, you know better than that, pal. And here we are then, for the feature race in Italy, F2, 5 lights, and we're off there. Let's get a bit of data on screen. Oh, straight off the grid. Sparks, it looks like. Has a right wobble. I wonder if him and Ray have come together, I don't know, but he did have a full-on spin into the wall. That's a full lap with a damaged wing. Ray, straight across. Oh, we have Spaceman as well. Spaceman, no damage. Ray got a 5 second for that corner cut. It's usually 10 seconds there as well. Game being lenient, I think. Surprise, surprise, we have our George or Jim in first. Look at that, straight ahead. Taking over Guinnett in the first couple of corners, but Guinnett is right up his exhaust, coming down the long straight on lap 1 into the... Oh, I've got the wrong track map on. There we are. The technically second chicane of the... Third chicane, sorry, of the lap. They are further along than I thought they were. George or Jim does manage to keep his position in though. 1.5 seconds then to third. Which is Bacon. Jalen in fourth, T-Bird and Safkov swapping places there. This is a repeat every week. T-Bird, Safkov, similar pace. I think we have a few different tyres on track. We do. We have 6 guys with the mediums, 10 guys with the softs. Guinnett and George swapping. As I was flicking through there, it looked like somebody went off. That's Jalen off from turn 1, turn 2, over the bumpers. Ray with another 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. He will serve that first one, I think. Let's see, Sparks onto the mediums. No, onto the softs from the mediums. Do apologise, that's my bad. I'm not sure he did serve that. Did he serve that? Oh, I suppose we'll see. Penalties, 10 seconds. I think they've still got a pit again. Anything before lap 3 doesn't count. Oh no, they've dropped to 5 seconds, so he must have served his first 5. Trading places again, Guinnett, George or Jim. Guinnett sends it wide, coming out. Kaz and T-Bird now swapping over. 50 Shades of K has made his way all the way up to 4th position. Trying to chase down for a podium spot. Ray with a 10 second there. Is he not taking that first corner? There is a corner there, Ray. Go on, Spaceman. Send it on Sam. Cleanly, obviously. Ray, at this rate, you're going to get disqualified. You get 18 seconds already, pal. We're only on lap 3. Ginnett's got a crucial 3-second penalty. That could be a game changer. Coming through turns 1 and 2. We do have what looks like... Is it Kaz? No. It's the other one. That one. There we go. Ziggs. On and off. Excuse me. a close battle for sixth. Six down to ninth, so 6, 7, 8, 9. All within a few tenths of each other. We'll stick with this for now. Guinness making headway on George or Jim at the top. 1.5 seconds just about now, but he does have to make up those 3 seconds for it to count. We're on with Zig. Some of these cameras are awful, aren't they? Where's the F1 cameras? Sam Barrett overtaking Nitwit. We've got Ray again with a 10-second penalty. That's 28 seconds there. He's just not taking that first corner. Looks like Sparks has died. What's cracking? That's a Charouz. I don't want a Charouz. There we go. I want to see if he's got a wing. What's happening there? What are you doing, Sparks? Still, oh no, he's got an end plate missing. Ray's left the session. Sparks is throwing his race away. I know he's at the back, but 20 seconds of penalty is never going to help anybody. What's going on here, boys? This isn't the way we do it. You might be frustrated and whatnot, but I was lucky not to catch that. Let's get back to that fight for 6. There's about half a second between the 4 cars. Kaz holding position for now. Zigs up the exhaust of T-Bird. He does get the DRS, but T-Bird was just in to get the DRS as well, so it's a bit both on the same thing. Sorry, I do have a sore throat. Excuse me. Oh, T-Bird a bit wide there. Possibly a warning. No penalties just yet. Oh. So unlucky there, just a bit too far back to send that. Safkov has now taken George or Jim. Is George or Jim in the pits? Must be. Yeah. George or Jim's in the pits. Along with Grumpy, by the looks of it, who must have got a 5 second for his speeding in the pit lane. Excuse me. They are long pit times in the pits for the F2 cars. George or Jim now all the way down to 12th. He's got a bit of work to do, but everybody else has to pit. I think Ray's pit won't count because he was in the end of lap 1. And I'm pretty sure it's got to be after lap 3. Grumpy Catman comes out in 14th position. Practically last place. Hopefully he sticks around for the sprint race. Just because you've had a bad feature doesn't mean you'll have a bad sprint. With George or Jim pitting, 50 Shades of K is the closest to Guinness currently, 5.5 seconds. We have a yellow flag near the back of BA Dubs. Must have had a bit of a wobble. Ah, come on Ray, don't give up. Kaz there with a... Ooh, my throat. T-Bird and Kaz in the pits. Guinness still making time on 50 Shades, up to 6 seconds now. Bacon's only half a second behind. Old 50, previously known as Keza. Previously known as Zero Keza. Previously known as Special K sometime in his life. Has made his way through the field. Track, field, standings, up to second. Spaceman all the way up to 7th position. Did start on those mediums as far as I'm aware. Yeah, he did, I'm on stops. Did start on those mediums, so it will go a little bit longer. Barrett pushing. Made 10 places on him on his qualifying position. Oh, Guinnett with a 5-second. Speeding in the pit lane. Come on, boys. Onto the mediums. I thought he was having hards, and it looked white. Oh, Ray has left the session. Keep your head up, pal. You'll be better next week. So, Guinnett looks like he does have a better pit stop than George or Jim. Comes out just ahead of him in 6th place. He has got those penalties though, Guinnett. That is going to decide possibly the top 3. It could change the top 3 by the end of the race. Safkov up to 2nd. That's got to be BA Dubs again, is it? It is. Come on, pal. T-Bird overtaking Jalen, who's popping out the pits. There's only a handful of drivers now with no penalties. 50 Shades of K on 3. Guinnett on 8. Kaz on 5. Grumpy on 5. T-Bird on 3. Jalen on 8. Nitwit on 5. Ray on 28. Obviously he's now AI driver. BA Dubs in on 5 seconds worth of penalties. Let's clear some of this. How do I do that? I don't want that one side. There we go, that's what I want. Ooh, Cass sends it deep to avoid Bacon up on his inside. Is it Bacon? No, not Bacon. Bump it. My bad. Thought I saw blue. All my timings are messed up. I've got nothing there. Nothing changing. And the DRS now for Grumpy. Is he going to get close enough to take Kaz into corner 1, 2? Foot's down all the way, just not close enough. Gain some time on him, within a second. Within half a second. Stick with this for now. See if we can get the move done down the next straight into the chicane. Does come onto the inside. Just breaks that a little bit earlier than Kaz. Kaz gets just ahead. It's probably the safer option. Sam Barrett fighting his way through. Now he's up to 3rd. Does he still need to pit? Where are we? I'm looking at the wrong things. He does. So the top 5 all still need to pit. So that will change things. Ziggs jumps in just as I say that. Space jumping in. Nope, Space is staying out. Getting it with a new fastest lap of 1:30.9. Technically your race leader currently is Guinnett. George needs to keep that gap though. Could take him at the end on penalties. I know he'd rather win over the line, but a win's a win. Let's get some intervals on and then I can maybe see something. Guinnett there taking Space. Space will just let him past. Different races. Oh, that's a slow right down there from Guinnett. Just trading places now, playing games. You go, you go. Ooh, pass first. Round the outside there, look at that. Guinnett turned on his rocket fuel there. To overtake. 50 Shades jumps in the pits now. Let's see where he's going to come out. He's got a decent time on 2nd place. May just get 4th, maybe 5th if George or Jim can just pick it up a little bit. Spaceman is still out as well. So maybe 6, but Space still has to jump in the pits at some point. There you go, there's 6th spot. Bacon just too far, I think, there. Or is it? Yeah, he's just a little bit too far. He'll have the momentum, but he's got to be careful with some people leaving pits. So the closest cars on track now, Bacon and 50 Shades. Kaz and Ziggs. We'll stick with Kaz for the moment. How old are the tyres? Ziggs is on the fresher tyre, 0 laps. Kaz is on 3 lap old. Although the mediums are fresher, they tend to get better as they wear in a little bit, so could be advantage Kaz, could be advantage Ziggs. Oh, and there's George Orjim's first penalty, 3 seconds. Oh, can he take him on the RS straight, the home straight into turn 1? He's going to make a good attempt at it. Looks like he tucks back in. It's going to be close, side by side. Yeah, it looks like Ziggs just ducks out of that one a little bit. It's probably the safest thing to do. Spaceman now in the pits, going on to the softs. Comes out in 12th. That's not a bad place to come back out. Sam Barrett still needs to go in. Let's have another look at these penalties, then see what can change by the end. Guinness on 11. Needs to make up those 8 seconds over George or Jim, whichever one's driving today. Currently got 3.8 with 3 to go. It's going to be tough. Sammy B's in the pits. Has he made enough room? Has he got enough space amongst the other drivers to come out in a decent position? He's on his way. Safkov's going to go. Is Ziggs going to get him as well? No, that looks like the back marker of Ray or Dubs. So sixth place. He's got the pace, but he's got some work to do. Bacon could be the big winner here with no penalties currently. Close there between Kaz and Ziggs still. This has been the battle of the race. Back and forth, back and forth. You don't want to go side by side through there. Someone's always going to spin. You don't want to hit that gravel though either. Ziggs having the upper hand. Having 0 penalties as well, but if he can stay within those of Sam Barrett, he does gain a place there. But it's close, it's 4.9. Oh, that's another 3 seconds just as I mentioned it there. So Sammy B's got 3 more seconds to pull up in 2 laps. Although Kaz has just got one as well, it looks like Ziggs might just be safe. What happened to Dubs? I knew Ray was out. Missed that. So Guinnett 10th up on his time again. He already's got the fastest lap. I'm gonna have to. I've nothing yet. Night on him. Oh no! Has Giorgio Jim thrown that away there with another 3-second penalty? He's over the 5 seconds needed. He might have just handed Guinnett the win. Guinnett is pushing. Needs to keep it over those 5 seconds, and he's got it here. And then it looks, if things stay the same, Bacon will take the final podium spot off 50 Shades of K. Coming on to the penultimate lap, lap 14. Things could all change this lap. Still very, very close there. 7th through 9th. T-Bird with another penalty. Can Kaz or Grumpy make a move? Got 2 laps to go. Both will get the DRS. Ziggs could be a sitting duck. Is he going to get close enough? No. Oh, Grumpy there with another 3-second. Only 3 drivers on the track now with no penalties. Fair play to Bacon, Ziggs and Spaceman. Spaceman will gain a position as well if things stay as they are. This is the closest few cars on the track. Guinnett's just started the final lap. I want to stay with these to see if anybody can just make that move in the final lap. Ziggs is just pulling away. Still within the second though for both Kaz and Grumpy. I think it's now or never, boys. Someone's got to give, something's got to give. We'll stick with Guinnett as he comes round the final corner. Although it is a long one. Final corner. No, he's not. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at Nitwit. I do apologise. We'll stick with Guinnett anyway. He's halfway around the track on the final lap. Oh, bit of a slide there. A bit of the Monza drift. With him being 7 seconds now above or ahead of Giorgio Jimmy, will take first place. He will keep first place. I'm pretty sure that top 3 is top 3. There he is, side by side, as he wins the race. Giorgio Jim now for your second position. 50 Shades in third. Bacon, Crispy Bacon will pop for 4th. Safkov coming round in 5th, but that no, it won't change. With Sam Barrett having more penalties, wouldn't say that was going to change, but no. Safkov, Sam Barrett 6th. Ziggs, I think he's just too far behind Sam. 9 seconds, he only needed another one. Kaz in 8th, Grumpy in 9th. T-Bird will come for 10th, but Spaceman will take it off him when he crosses. There we go, Spaceman top 10. Jalen next. Nitwit will round off in 13th with BA Dubs already finishing there. 14th, one lap down. Good clean first race there for Nitwit. A little bit of practice and you'll be right up there. Driver of the day there, Sam Barrett. The game will give it to anybody who's taken the most places, which, fair enough, he came from the back to end up in 6th. Congratulations to the podium sitters, Ginnett, George or Jim, and the return of 50 Shades of K. Let me just write down the fastest lap there, 1:30.8, and Ginnett was the winner. In the Campos, George or Jim, 50 Shades of K, Impossible Bacon, Safkoff, Sam Barrett, Ziggs, Kaz, Grumpy and Spaceman rounds off your top 10. T-Bird, Jalen, Nitwit and BA Dubs will round off your finishers. Sparks, F1 and Ray, your non-finishers for the excuse me, first feature race. We got the sprint race next. Front 8 are reversed, so Kaz will start on pole, Ginnett will start in 8th. Sam Barrett starting 3rd place. If he gets a good start, he could be podium positions for the end of the sprint. Ooh. And once again, Spaceman should be the first one to press X. To have a tick by his name. Which one was it? Was it Sparks? Just stay away from it. You'll be fine. Clean out of 1 and 2. Send it. I do apologise. Every time I clear my throat. I've got a really bad throat this week, but we've got to turn up. Who are you going to listen to? Ah, bakes. Happens to everybody. I throw podiums every week just by finishing 7th. Oh, Kaz first again. That's twice. I have to pull him up on that. Sorry, Kaz. That's unlucky. Unlucky. There we are. 5 lights for the sprint race. Clean into 1-2. Sparks gets a drive-through penalty for a jump start and leaves straight away. In a sprint race, that is pretty much race over. Take it clean through turn 1 and 2, guys. That's what we like. Nobody sending it. Nobody crossing it. And I think, Ray, your wish has been our command, as he is now ghosted for leaving. Oh, I didn't see that. What happened there, Grumpy? Grumpy off into turn 3. Have we... Why is 50 shit? Am I reading that wrong? I'm not, am I? 50 Shades of Kane, 15th. What's cracking? I thought it was quite clean through turn 1 and 2. Looks like T-Bird's come off now as well. Maybe sent it just that little bit wide, dropped a few places. It's only ever going to help anybody behind him. Jalen, Spaceman and Ray by the looks of it. Jalen going to try and take one. Who's cutting the corner there? What's all that about? That was a big corner cut. Getting it less than a tenth away from Safkov. Side by side. Oh, kept it clean. Good distance away from each other. Well done, boys. Kaz has managed to stay first for the first lap. Let's get all the stuff back on. There we are. So currently big loser of the start is Ziggs, dropping 12 positions. No massive winners so far, but Ray made the most positions with 8. Well done. Much better start for yourself. 3 cars in the pits. That's not a good sign. I mean, technically Sparks should just retire in the pits, but I mean, he's ghosted now, so he won't. Now, you don't have to pit in the sprint race, so this is just to cover damage. Sam Barrett has got ahead of Kaz while we've been watching the pit stops. Giorgio Jim is right behind. Guinnett is also right behind. Safkov is also right behind. This is a good battle for first place. Kaz technically should have the upper hand, being on the softer tyres. And Jalen's out. Where are we? Oh, everyone's too far away now. I think by the time I get there, it must have just been a spin-off. Hopefully there was no illegal touching. I did say Sam Barrett sat in third from the start. If he gets a good go, he can go for it. He's currently first, coming into lap 3. The start of the DRS. Does get a fastest lap as well, 1:32.1. Bacon takes it straight off him. That was very close. Where was that? Oh, 1:32.3. Oh, I thought I said 1. 1:32.3 was Sam Barrett's. 1:32.1 was Bacon. Oh, keep it close for this top 4, 5. We have Sam Barrett from Kaz, from Giorgio Jim, who's just attempting an overtake there. Kaz looks like he just sends it a little bit wide coming out of it. Guinnett was the big winner there, jumping to second from 4th. T-Bird's now left the session. What's all that about? Get yourself back in. How dare you? We have a yellow. That's got to be 50 Shades. What happened to K there? Not sure. You won't be happy with that though after such a good performance, the feature race. Sam Barrett making time up on Guinnett, 1.3. Still quite close for the few cars behind. Seabird pretty close to Ray. I'm not sure if he's still ghosted or not. Ooh, couple pitting there, Guinnett and Kaz. That's got to be damage worthy, hasn't it? No, just a tyre change there for Guinnett. Not happy with the mediums. Probably not going to lose as much time staying on those mediums though than you would do for pitting, but seems to be the role reversal for Kaz. Onto the mediums again. And we have a full course safety car. Well, that might be why they've pit then. Fresh tyres. Must be the 50 Shades of Smash. Safety car will wait for everybody to catch up. To an extent, it should wait for everybody to catch up, but some of them are pretty far behind. Will definitely be a second lap of it anyway. Sam Barrett leading the way from the safety car. He's been there many a times before. The front runner. Yeah, that could be a masterstroke there by Guinnett, being on the softs. Under the safety car, he'll have the better tyre as they come out of it. Shouldn't be too hard to make up places, as long as he can get close enough now. Spaceman jumps in the pits, tyre change. And will that make the safety car do another lap so that Space can catch up? Or is that goodbye Vienna for Spaceman? We will find out in just a few seconds whether the safety car will be coming in or not. I think it might have already said if it was. So we've got another lap. I think it says at the end of sector 2, and it didn't. So one more lap, Spaceman to push to try and catch the back of this group. Space is in the pits. Why is he on 2 lap old mediums? Oh, excuse me. Zig's now in the pits. We're going to have safety car till the end of the race at this rate. Excuse me. We had 6 laps to go. Zig's on 2 lap old softs. I don't know if that's glitched or they put him on old tyres or what. Let's hope it lets them catch up, or let's hope they can catch up before we go green flag racing, because otherwise that's going to be your 13th and 14th. Safety car is in this lap. Down to Sam to keep the pace, let the car go in fully, otherwise it slams your brakes on for you. Like I say, he's been here many times before. last season's F1 Tier 1 winner. And this is F2. Totally different ball game. They are almost there. They should just be there as they come round. Let it go in, Sam. Let it go in. It's just about in. And send it coming out the corner. He needs to pull away just a little bit. No penalties as of yet in this race. Although we've just had 4 laps of safety car, so we can keep it clean now through everybody else. Oh, side by side. Safkov sending one into the first chicane. It's a good clean move there by the looks of it, and paid off. Ray and Bacon currently teammates, 4th and 5th. That's a good result if it stays that way. Nitwit as well, our new driver, up to 6th. Grumpy in 7th. We've got Ginnett in 8th, just about to overtake Grumpy on those fresher softs as well. He's going to be ploughing his way through the standings now, trying to pull back to that podium positions where he thinks he belongs, where he's got the place to be, winning the last race, having the fastest lap on both races last week in Austria as well. Just a small gap to Kaz from Grumpy. Ziggs within a 10th of Kaz. Just a repeat of last race, those two battling for the in the midfield. Sam Barrett with a new fastest lap, 31.6. Spaceman up to 11th. And there's the first penalty of the race so far. That's a 3-second for Giorgio Jim. Now we know he has the pace to keep those podium positions. Looks like he's going to go for a move on Safkov. Very close, side by side. Safkov still has his nose just ahead. Slight corner cut there, but maybe pushed a little wide there by Giorgio Jim, but he's got work to do now. He's ahead. He's got to pull them 3 seconds. Excuse me, that was getting harder and harder. He's got 3 seconds to make up. Sam Barrett's got it in the bag if he can keep that pace up. He's already up to 3.3 seconds ahead. Car behind him has got a penalty. That's Ginnett there, flying through the standings. Look, up to 5th now. And a purple sector 2. We'll stay with Ginnett, see if he can muster up the fastest lap. And that's 4th. Excuse me. Sam Barrett 130.9. And here's Ginnett crossing now, 130.9 as well, but just quicker to take that fastest lap point. Ooh, a bit of a backwards and forwards there from what looked like Ray. Yeah, it's falling down the sides now. Couple of penalties coming up now. Let's have a look. What have we got? 3 seconds for Ray for the corner cut just then. Grumpy on 3 now as well. Ginnett's going to go for Safkov. He's got him in his sights. Pull the trigger, Ginnett. Oh, that was a near miss. Here we go, another DRS zone down, long straight. It's an easy overtake. Safkov's held it well, to be fair, but Ginnett does have the upper hand, and he's now in a podium position again. He's right up the exhaust of Giorgio Jim. There's got to be some sort of record for most overtakes in a lap. Made a good few. There's Sam Barrett just showing off now, 130.8. Guinnett couldn't beat it, so that's 130.8 is the fastest lap currently for Sam Barrett. Out in the lead, all that clean air. 5 seconds ahead of Guinnett in second now. What else we got? Safkov there, close to George. Grumpy Catman's made his way up a few places, up to 5th. Bacon in 6th. Nitwick down to 9th. He was in 5th or 6th earlier. Kaz only winning a couple of tenths. Stick with Kaz, see if he can send one. There is a DRS zone coming up. Nitwick won't get it from Ray. If he's going to do it, it's got to be this lap. He's got to get it done. Nitwick's defending well, side by side. Nitwick does have the inside, but Kaz does take it, sends it wide though. He's got it though. He's managed to make it stick. I'm kind of glad we're nearly over. Bacon now will get DRS on Grumpy. There we are, get it showing. Anything you can do, I can do better. 30.5, Sam. That's your marker. Last lap. Oh, Bacon's got one more chance in the next DRS zone. Oh, no. That's a spin there for Bacon on the last lap. That is heartbreaking. Nobody likes to see Bacon go wrong. He only lost an end plate. He's only got one lap to go. We'll stick to the race leader for now. Keep our eye on movement. Here we go. Said from the beginning, Sam Barrett starting 3rd. If he gets that start, it's his race. There's no commentator curse tonight. He was well on it. That's Ziggs out. Another one, final lap. Coming out of the final chicane. Went for a little spinaroo. And Guinnett just to show off again. I even beat my own time. Well in Guinnett. 2nd place there. Sam Barrett comes 1st. Guinnett in 2nd, also with the fastest lap. Safkov 3rd. George in 4th. Grumpy in 5th. Kaz in 6th. Ray in 7th. Nitwit in 8th. Spaceman top 10 again in 9th. Bacon recovers from his little spin on the last lap to come 10th. BA Dubs 11. T-Bird and Sparks will be 12th and 13th. I don't think they were racing. I think they were AI. Great racing again. There we are. There's 3 British on the podiums. You can't get any better than that. That's what we like to see. An American League with 3 British racers on the podium. Top 2 just showing off. Rotating fastest lap. But Guinnett got it in the end with a 130.4. That was quicker than the feature race also. Kaz, good racing out there, mate. Good result down in 6th as well. That was your F2 race here in Italy. Next week it is... What have we got next week? F2 calendar. We have Hungary next week. Nice technical track for these nightmare cars. Stay tuned though, boys and girls. We do have our Tier 2 coming up in 1 hour's time. Racing at France. Tier 1 straight away following. Also at France. Thanks for joining. I'm Johnny 5. Good night.